Okay, let's go.
Let's get one thing straight. You're not losing money because your strategy is bad. You're losing because you're in a full-blown war with yourself. It turns out, your biggest enemy isn't the market at all. It's the hidden forces inside your own mind. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and look at the real battleground. I want you to picture this. It's 2:47 in the morning. The only light in the room is from 6 glowing monitors, and all of them are showing just wreckage. That number you see, negative $2.1 million, that wasn't a glitch. It was real. It was the future I was building for my family, just gone, vanished. In that moment, I wasn't even human anymore. I was just this hollowed out shell staring at a screen, trapped in a nightmare. And here's the part that nobody ever wants to talk about. I did everything right. I had the journals, I did the meditation, I had a trading plan with military-grade precision. But what I learned is that discipline, well, it's usually just a disguise. The second real pressure hits when your actual life is on the line, that disciplined trader just disappears, poof. And someone else shows up, a desperate, terrified version of you that's willing to do anything just to make the pain stop. And that was the big realization. This isn't about bad luck or a faulty indicator. This is a war happening inside of you. The market doesn't really test your strategy, you see. It reveals your identity. It rips away every single layer of protection you've built up, and it forces the real you to show up on that screen, exposing every fear and every old wound you've got. Here's another way to think about it. The market is a totally neutral screen. I mean, it's just pixels and numbers, right? But the second you start looking at it, it becomes a mirror. Every single trade you place is a reflection of what you subconsciously believe you deserve. So if deep down you feel like you're not worthy of success, guess what? You will always find a way to give those winnings back. Have you ever asked yourself that question? I mean, really, you look back at a trade you made, a crazy revenge trade, or some wild FOMO click, and it makes zero logical sense. You can't even recognize the person who did it. It feels like you were possessed or something. Well, that's because you're not just one trader. You're a whole committee, and they're all in there fighting for the mouse. On Monday morning, you might be the cool, calculating, confident planner. But then, after one bad trade on a Tuesday afternoon, the revenge seeker kicks the door down and takes over. Or maybe the casino junkie hijacks the account. Is it any wonder our performance is so all over the place? You've got 5 different people trading one account. And this isn't just some feel-good metaphor. This is literally how your brain is wired. You have a built-in filter that's designed to only let in information that matches how you're feeling right now. So if you're calm and you're focused, you'll see clear opportunities on the chart. But if you're anxious and desperate, you'll look at that exact same chart and see nothing but chaos and traps. You're not trading the market, you're trading yourself. So, to really understand why this happens, we need to pop the hood and look at the hardware. You don't have one brain making these decisions. You actually have 3. And it turns out the oldest, most primitive one is usually the one calling the shots when your money's on the line. Let's break this down real quick. You've got your human brain, that's the logical planner. You've got your mammal brain, it's all about emotion, feeling good, avoiding shame. And then you've got the reptile brain. It's 500 million years old, and it only cares about one thing, survival. Now, take a wild guess. Which one takes over when you're looking at a huge loss? And this right here, this is the whole tragedy of trading in a nutshell. Your logical human brain writes this beautiful, perfect plan. But the instant a trade goes against you, your reptile brain hijacks the entire system. It doesn't see a red candle as a temporary dip. No, it sees a tiger lunging for your throat. And in literally 0.02 seconds, your logical brain goes completely offline. You're now trading with the IQ of a cornered lizard. So, and this is so important, no amount of positive affirmations or strategy books can fight back against 500 million years of wiring. Your reptile brain doesn't understand logic. It doesn't speak English. It speaks sensation. It only understands conditioning. This is exactly why things like ice-cold showers or intense breath work are so incredibly powerful. You're not learning a new strategy. You're training your nervous system to stay calm when your brain is screaming danger. But look, just mastering your fear is only half the battle. There are 2 other hidden traps waiting for you in the shadows. And honestly, in a lot of ways, they are way more dangerous than just failing. Most traders are afraid of failure. They should be absolutely terrified of success. Let me tell you about a trader named Marcus.
He spent 2 years grinding, perfecting his system. Then he made it, 120 grand. He felt like he'd finally cracked the code. But that success, it made him arrogant. He started bending his rules, upping his size, trading from his ego. And 6 months later, he'd lost every single penny and then some.
Success is so seductive. It whispers in your ear, "You got to figure it out now. You're special." And the moment you start to believe that, you throw away the very humility and the process that got you there in the first place. The market doesn't punish your ambition. It punishes your arrogance every single time. All right, the other hidden trap is addiction. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. I mean a literal chemical addiction. The total uncertainty of trading triggers a massive release of dopamine in your brain. Now, dopamine isn't really about pleasure. It's about the anticipation of a reward. This creates the exact same feedback loop that slot machines use, turning trading into a biological addiction. So quick gut check. Are you an addict? Do you find yourself checking charts 24/7? Do you get restless and anxious on the weekends when the market's closed? Are you opening trades just for the rush, just to feel something? Or maybe you even sabotage your own good trades because, let's be honest, quiet, steady profits feel kind of boring. If you nodded yes to any of that, you're not trading. You're chasing a high. The only way out is to detox. You have to recalibrate your brain. And this isn't about punishing yourself. It's about creating space. You simply cannot trade with clarity if your biology is hijacked by a constant need for more stimulation. You have to earn the right to trade by proving that you are in control, not your impulses. And all of this, it all leads to one final, really profound shift in perspective. You have to change the entire game you're playing. You need to stop playing to win and start playing simply to keep playing. See, most traders are playing a finite game. They have a goal, they chase a P&L number, and their entire identity is wrapped up in the outcome. This always ends in burnout or collapse. But the infinite game is different. The goal is just to stay in the game, to keep learning, to evolve. Success isn't measured in dollars anymore. It's measured in personal depth. How calm did you stay? What did you learn about yourself today? When you play the infinite game, your whole internal dialogue shifts. You stop asking, "How can I win more money?" and you start asking, "What is this moment trying to teach me?" Every single trade, whether it's a win or a loss, becomes feedback. Every emotional trigger becomes a signpost pointing to something inside you that needs healing. The market stops being your opponent, and it becomes your greatest teacher. And that's the ultimate takeaway here. You stop trading as a way to try and fix your life, and you start trading as a way to meet yourself. It becomes a practice in sharpening your awareness, in quieting all that internal noise, and just returning to a state of stillness. Because from that stillness, that's where true, lasting consistency is born. So, if you've been sitting there wondering when you're finally going to make it as a trader, maybe you've been asking the wrong question all along. The real question, the one that changes everything, is this: what version of myself must I become so that success is simply the natural byproduct? The answer, my friend, was never in the charts. It's in the mirror.